For the love of the game. That's what it's all about, they say. But for those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that, a lot more.
Sure, the game is important, but as we work so hard to build both mind and body, it's more about team and the schools and communities we represent.
And for the many of us blessed with the strength to compete in sport at the college level, we understand that, with what we were given, comes a special obligation.
An obligation not merely to work towards a personal best in the classroom or in the sport we love, but rather an obligation to help those who have their own special needs and whose love for the game is no less intense.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics. For Special Olympics athletes, victory belongs not only to those who first cross the line, but to all of those who compete and endure.
They are challenged in ways we cannot imagine. They are survivors who test themselves harder and with greater joy than we will ever know.
Since August of 2011, we and others from Division III campus communities have volunteered more than 250,000 hours, time away from the classroom and practice field, reaching across the country to coach and mentor Special Olympics athletes.
And to learn, as we all do, that in giving we receive so much more in return.
Sport ennobles us, and in giving the gift of sport to those for whom it seemed an impossible dream, we are working to make this a better world.
Help us keep that dream alive.
Be part of it.
Get involved.
You can make a difference.
Welcome back. This will be the final game. Winner moves on. Loser season comes to an end. The championship game of the 2018 Division III Mid-Atlantic Baseball Regional here at Peoples Bank Park in York, Pennsylvania. We've got Babson. They'll once again play as the home team. Misericordia will play as the away team, so they'll come to bat first. Kenny Jarema, the third baseman, will lead off. The pitcher in this game is Connor Gill. Gill's second start of this tournament. Gill, the second baseman when he's not on the mound. So that means Edward Lair is out at second base. Lair pitched last game in relief. Strike one to Jarema. After Jarema, the rest of the lineup will play out as Parker Abate in center field hits second. Tyler Holzefeld, the first baseman, hits third. Jarema grounds one out to McHale, and that's one away. In the cleanup spot will be Alec Iarato, the second baseman. Steve Weisensee will play right field and hit fifth. Santo Ginta, the designated hitter, will hit sixth. In the seventh hole, the catcher, Connor Smith. Sean Lyons will play left and bat eighth. And Sean Boylan, the shortstop, bats ninth. One away as Abate steps in. He stole 4 bases in today's first game. That one bounces away. As I stated a moment ago, Babson a couple of changes defensively. We'll set that defense. Matthew Valente at first. Edward Lair at second. Brian McHale, the shortstop. David Lennon at third base. Aiden Scott gets the start at catcher. Harrington will get this one off. And left to right across the outfield, Eric John, Jake Olliger, and Mark Weber. The 2-1 pitch outside. That one gets away for ball 4. So Abate will sprint down to first just in case he had a chance to get to second. But Scott gets back there and collects the ball. Holzefeld will step in. This one popped up, back and out of play. Gill started the first game of the regional. That game was played at Harford Community College. Some weather issues on Thursday, so they split sites. Harford Community College stepped in and hosted a couple of games. Holzefeld puts this one in the air out to center field, where it's put away by Olliger. That's a second out. And it'll bring up Alec Iarato. Connor Gill against Catholic went 6 2/3, gave up 10 hits, 4 runs. They were all earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and hit 1 batter. That one gets away. Abate chugs down to second. Wild pitch there for Gill. Swung on and looped foul. It gets out of play. Valente, the first baseman, chases it over towards the stands. Gill for the season 10 games, all starts. He's 6-1. A pair of complete games, 64 and a third innings. That's third on the team. He's given up 61 hits in those 64 and a third innings. Struck out 33 batters and walked just 16, so he'll pitch to contact most of the day. The pitch to Iorado. That breaking ball gets in there for a strike. 2-2 now the count. Swung on, looped up in the air. The second baseman back, the right fielder in. It lands in front of them. The throw home. Abate gets around the tag. Weber came in, picked that one up. And a strong throw home, but not enough to get the speedy Abate. And an RBI single for Alec Iorado. That gets Misericordia on the board. Reminiscent of the last game, Iorado drove in a run in the first inning of that game to get Misericordia ahead early. This one ripped foul, left side. Steve Weisensee, a 250 hitter or a 200 hitter here in the tournament. Lifts one out in the air, left field. John puts it away. That will end the inning. But Misericordia scores first. They lead 1-0. Babson coming to bat here in the championship game of the 2018 NCAA Mid-Atlantic Regional at Peoples Bank Park, home of the York Revolution. first start. Juan's 26th appearance, first start. 38 innings, 29 strikeouts, 13 walks, 3-2 record, 7 saves, but he's out here for the start here in this do or die game. Off the inside part of the plate for a ball. That one on the outside edge for a strike. Fouled back into the screen. Another foul ball by Arena. Arena, the only player in this regional with multiple home runs. He is 2. He hit one last game, a 3-run shot, part of a 5-run inning. This one lined out to shortstop. Short hop by Boylan, makes the throw across. That retires the side. Misericordia will come to bat with a 1-0 lead in the top of the second inning here at the Mid-Atlantic Regional.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III.
I did receive academic scholarships. Just being involved on campus, being a leader.
Santo Ginta will lead it off here in the top half of the second for Misericordia. Ginta leads all players at the regional in doubles with 4. That's 2 more than any other player. No one else here has more than 2. That one bounces away. 2-0 now, the count on Ginta against Gill. That one's upstairs, 2-1. Ginta overall in the tournament, a 300 hitter. Takes that one for a strike. Swung on and fouled away. Swing and a miss. Ginta goes down swinging. Gill picks up his first strikeout here of the contest. Connor Smith will step in. He's a 375 hitter for the regional. He's scored 5 times, driven in 6. Entering today, not including today's first game, a 317 hitter. 19 runs scored and 123 at-bats, 7 doubles, 1 triple, 23 RBIs. He's walked 19 times, struck out just 8 times. Excellent bat control, 430 on-base percentage. And he has stolen, I believe, 10 bases if you include last game. Lennon scoops that one at third base and throws across for the second out. Lyons will follow Smith here. Lyons, a big game in the first game today. Brought his average for the tournament up to 316. That one's low and outside for a ball. Lyons went 2 for 4. He drove in 2 and scored twice. Struck out once. Fouled that one off. Swung on and hit softly out to third base. Across with it, Lennon makes the play, and that'll be the third out. We'll head to the bottom half of the second. Babson coming to bat, trailing Misericordia 1-0 here in the championship game of the Mid-Atlantic Regional at Peoples Bank Park. Mark Weber leads it off for Babson. Weber, the cleanup hitter, playing right field. 6 teams are into the NCAA World Division III World Series, leaving the Mid-Atlantic region and the Central region incomplete. In the Central, Texas Tyler leads Rhodes 2-0. Holzefeld fields that one and takes it to the bag himself. Brings up Matthew Valente. Valente's struggled a little bit in the tournament, but he's over a 300 hitter for the year, just 133 here in the regional. Line drive hard, hit past Milan and past the diving Iorado at second base. Hard hit ball by Valente puts him aboard with 1 out. Eric John will step in. John, 235 for the tournament. He's scored 3 times and driven in 1. Sean was 1 for 4 earlier today, scored once, struck out. It's on the outside edge, but it misses for a ball. Milan delivers, misses wide. Outside corner for a strike. Chopped foul. Swung on and hit high in the air out to left field. Lyons puts it away. That'll be the second out of the inning, and it'll bring up Jake Olliger with the bases almost empty, but Valente reached. So a runner on first. Valente hit that hard single up the middle, past Milan and the diving Iorato to reach. Olliger 250 for the regional, 3 runs, 2 RBIs. One for 3 in the opener. Swing and a miss there. 1 for 3. He scored once, struck out once. Hard hit ball out to left center field, chasing Abate to the fence. He jumps, he can't get it. Around second is Olliger. The throw to third. He's out. So it'll be a double, but the run scores. Olliger will have an RBI double to score Valente, and he'll get cut down at third, trying to stretch it into a triple. After Abate leaped and missed that ball, it looked like Olliger had a pretty good chance to get in there to third, but a good job by the Misericordia defense to get that ball back in, but not before Babson ties the game as Valente comes all the way around from first. That'll make it 1-1. The put out was left field to shortstop to third base. So there was a cutoff in the middle of the play there by Boylan, who relayed it to third. And we'll head to
It's on us.
Misericordia
It's on
in the
all
top
of
of the
us.
third. Score
And it's
tied at
time to
1.
act
NCAA Division III Mid-Atlantic
It's on us
Regional
to
at Peoples
start the
Bank
change.
Park.
It's on us to be the change. It's on us. It's on Division III. It's on all of us to stop sexual assault.
Sean Boylan will lead off for Misericordia. Score all tied up at 1 here in the championship game of the Mid-Atlantic Regional here at Peoples Bank Park. Winner of this game moves on. Loser will have their season come to a close. Misericordia forcing this game by beating Babson 12-7. In a game that ended about an hour ago. Boylan hitting .278 here at the regional with a pair of RBIs. He's scored 4 times. 2 for 5 in today's first game. And he'll draw a leadoff walk. Brings up Kenny Jarema. This will be the second trip through the order for Misericordia. Connor Gill at 34 pitches so far. Through 2+. That one's low for a ball to Jarema. Jarema 238 at the regional. He has scored 5 runs and driven in 3 more. 1 for 5 in the opener. Scored once, drove in a run, walked, struck out. The 1-1 pitch just misses for ball 2. Pickoff throw, sliding back in safely is Boylan. This is again ball 3, 3-1 now, the count on Jarema. Jarema thought maybe he had ball 4, but it's called a strike. Gill and Jarema with a full count. Runner going on the 3-2 and fouled away. Inside for ball 4. So Jarema will trot down to first, and a pair of walks to start the 3rd inning here. Connor Gill walking a pair. That brings up Parker Abate. Scott jogs out to have a word with Gill. Gill steps off. Runners, or the fielders, excuse me, in at the corners. Abate, 15 sacrifice bunts this season. He did swing away and foul that one off. Takes that one for a ball. Abate in today's first game, 3 for 5, scored 3 runs, drove in 2, walked, and doubled. Also stole 4 bases. Hard ground ball to first. Taken to the bag by Valente for the out. That's all they'll get. 1 away, runners on second and third. Holzefeld will come up, 273 for the regional. 4 runs scored, 6 driven in. Swung on and hit high in the air out to right center field. The outfielder's racing back. It's going to one-hop the wall for a ground rule double. And that'll bring home 2 runs. Holzefeld will give Misericordia the 3-1 lead with the RBI double. He now has 8 RBIs here in the regional, which gives him the lead among all players. Alec Iarato 1 for 1 today, hitting .409 here in the regional. 7 RBIs, 5 runs scored. Iarato only had about 20 at-bats before the regional started. So he lifts one in the air out to left field for John. 2 away now. Mentioned in a couple of the other games, Iarato was injured all season. He's a senior, returned to play in his senior day game, and then has played every game since then, and served as the cleanup hitter throughout this tournament for Misericordia. There's a grounder chopped through the middle by Weisensee, and the throw by McHale gets away. Weisensee will be awarded second, and Holzefeld will score. 4-1 now, Misericordia. Santo Ginta will come to the plate with Weisensee at second, 2 away. Ginta pops up the first pitch out of play. Taking on the inside corner for a strike. Bottom of the 8th, Texas Tyler still leads Rhodes 2-0. That's in the Central region. The other regional not complete. Runner breaks for third. The tag. Scott to Lennon. They throw out Weisensee trying to steal third base. That'll end the inning. Misericordia, however, scores 3 in the inning. They go ahead 4-0 with Babson coming to bat here in the bottom half of the third of the championship game here at Peoples Bank Park. Aiden Scott comes up. He'll lead things off here for Babson. Bottom half of the third inning. Milan gets one over there for strike one. 30th pitch for him. Here at the regional, he's got a 2.7 earned run average in 6 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 strikeouts. That one's grounded out to short. Boylan throws across for the out. David Lennon batting ninth in this one. 143 for the tournament. That one misses away. It'll go to 3-0 now on Lennon. And a 4-pitch walk here with one out issued to David Lennon. First walk of the day for Milan. That brings up Brian McHale. He's 0 for 1 in this one. And that drops his average for this tournament all the way down to 579. He takes strike one. On the outer part of the plate for strike two, 0-2. Milan working against McHale. Outside for a ball. further outside for ball 2. Hit hard and just foul down the line on the third base side. Three and two. McHale works the count back. Babson, their second straight regional finals. Here's the pitch and hit hard, but foul down the left side. Popped up. Scott falls down, gets back up, almost trips over Milan, who goes down, and Scott catches it for the out. A little bit of an adventure on that play. Scott slipped, so Milan came in, and then Smith got back up, was able to get it, but Milan had to get out of the way. Lair up to bat. He's 0 for 1 today. He struck out his first time up. Gives him a 1 for 5 mark here in the tournament. His second start in the field. He starts at second when Gill pitches. Runner goes. Smith, the throw down. Throw to the third base side of the bag. And Lennon's in there safely with a stolen base. Last year, Babson was a regional finalist. They played in the New England Regional last year. After dropping their second game there, they won 3 straight to battle back and fell to UMass Boston, both of their losses to UMass Boston in that regional last year. Pitch from Milan, swung on and missed, strike 3. Milan strikes out Lair for the second time today. Both of Milan's strikeouts have come against Lair. And Babson will leave a runner out at second base. We'll head to the top of the fourth. Misericordia will bat with a 4-1 lead here in the championship game of the NCAA Division III Mid-Atlantic Regional here in York, Pennsylvania at Peoples Bank Park. Santo Ginta just ripped a foul down the left side. Hard hit ball, but didn't stay fair. Gill's next pitch is a ball. That one just misses for another ball. Inside. It's ball 3, 3-1 the count. Gill against Ginta here to lead off the top of the fourth. That one catches the outside corner. Full count. And Ginta is rung up for the second time today. Both of Gill's strikeouts have been of Santo Ginta. Just as Milan has struck out Lair twice for his only 2 Ks, Gill has struck out Ginta a pair of times. The only 2 strikeouts he has. Connor Smith now, 0 for 1, 353 for the tournament. The 2-0 pitch. Misses outside. Swung on and popped up. Lennon calls off the other 3 infielders and Gill. And collects that one just on the third base side of the mound. Brings up Sean Lyons. He's hitting 300 here in the tournament. 0 for 1 in this one. Misericordia, the 8-time defending Middle Atlantic Conference Freedom Champions. That one's lined into right field and put away by Weber. So 3 up, 3 down for Misericordia in the top half of the fourth. Babson will hit in the bottom half, trailing 4-1 here in the championship game of the Mid-Atlantic Regional at Peoples Bank Park. Ryan Arena will lead things off for Babson. That pitch over for strike 1. That one's away for a ball, 1-2. Milan delivers. Looped. Iorado backpedals, puts it away, no problem. One down. Mark Weber. He's hitting .211 here in the tournament. He's scored twice, driven in 6. Today's first game was the first game of the regional for Babson, where Weber did not drive in a run. First pitch taken for ball 1. That one up in the zone on the inner part of the plate for a strike. Swung on, chopped past Milan. Iorado flips to Holzefeld, 2 down. Matthew Valente will bat now. That one gets away for ball 1. Valente 1 for 1 with a single through the middle his first time up. He's at 188 for the regional. Outside corner for a strike. Lone outside for a ball. That one catches the edge for a strike. Looks like UT Tyler has defeated Rhodes 2-0. Chopped foul over to the third base side. Jarema throws across for the third out. And the side is retired. Misericordia will come up in the top of the 5th. They lead Babson 5-1 at Peoples Bank Park.
Division III allows you to give yourself to other things.
Having that free time allows me to pursue the things that I want to pursue.
Division III in athletics affords students the opportunity to, engage in the other interests in their campus and in their lives outside of that sport.
It allows you to just be able to do everything you want to do. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Misericordia will bat here in the top half of the 5th inning. Leading it off, Sean Boylan. Boylan drew a walk in his first at bat, and he lifts a fly ball into the outfield. That's going to get into right center field. The center fielder, Olliger, has trouble picking it up. But Boylan was going hard all the way around first. He'll get a leadoff double here to start the 5th inning. Jarema 0 for 1. He walked as well. He followed Boylan's walk. There's some action down in the Misericordia bullpen. This one chopped over to first. Valente takes it to the bag himself. Hard hit ball. Boylan moves over to third. It'll be interesting to see how the Cougars handle this game. Of course, Milan making his first start of the year. Definitely capable of pitching multiple innings as a reliever. He had 7 saves on the year, but had gone multiple innings numerous times throughout the season for them. So not sure if he's stretched out to go the distance or, pitch into the 7th or anything like that. So it'll be interesting to see how they handle this game. And here comes a squeeze play. The bunt rolls foul. Abate, an excellent bunter. 15 sacrifices on the season. They try to lay down the squeeze, but it rolls foul. 1-1 the count. Runner on third, Boylan. Cougars leading 4-1 here with 1 away in the 5th inning. Popped straight up. Scott drifting towards the backstop, and he puts that one away, 2 down. Gill over 70 pitches here as we approach the end of the 5th inning. Holzefeld, 1 for 2 today. He's a .304 hitter during the regional. Swung on a hard hit ball. Gets past Valente at first, down into the corner. Holzefeld will hold up at first. Weber over there quickly to cut it off. Not sure if Valente misplayed that or it might have taken a late skip there past his glove. Not sure he got the bounce he was expecting. That brings up Algairato. It's going to be a single down the right field line. Very hard hit ball down to first base. And it may have had some funky spin on it. It was the second hop that came up to Holzefeld, so it kind of just darted as soon as it bounced instead of coming up nicely to him. And not a lot of time for Valente to sort of slide to his left towards the line to begin with. Even if it would have had a good hop, it would have been a tough ball to come up with the velocity it was traveling. Iorato, 1 for 2. He's got an RBI, drove in Misericordia's first run during the 1st inning. Mentioned last inning, 2-0 UT Tyler over Rhodes. That game forces the if necessary game in the Central Region. So those two teams will play again. Iorato will lift this one up. And Olliger puts it away, running towards left field. That'll retire the side. 5-1 now, Misericordia. We'll head to the bottom half. Babson will bat here in the championship game from Peoples Bank Park in the Mid-Atlantic Regional. Eric John will step in. He leads it off against Milan. Milan entered the inning with 62 pitches through 4 innings. Now into the 5th here. John 0 for 1. 222 in the tournament. Lifts one foul out of play, right side. Milan steps off. That one low and away, skips back to the screen. Inside corner for a strike. Upstairs for a ball. Swung on, hit hard down to third. Jarema dives and knocks it down. But that's all he'll be able to do. That'll be a single for Eric John over to third base on a 3-2 pitch. Olliger 1 for 1, 294 during the regional. In there for strike one. Too far inside, ball one. Further inside, ball two. That's a strike on the outside part of the plate. Lifted high in the air, drifting over towards the stands behind the Babson dugout, out of play. Hit high in the air out to center field. Abate puts that one away. Aiden Scott will step in, his second at bat of the game. He goes after the first pitch, fouls it off. That one hits Scott. Scott, a 286 hitter during the season. 457 on base percentage. He reaches base for the first time this year. And Milan will get a visit from the dugout. So we have 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom half of the 5th. Misericordia leading 5-1. Lennon takes a ball. There's a strike. Strike two. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss. Milan picks up his third strikeout. I'll bring up the top of the order with Brian McHale. McHale 0 for 2 here in the championship game. Swung on, grounded, foul. Outside the bag by not more than an inch or two. That's a wild pitch. It'll go back to the screen. And John and Scott will move up to second and third. That was the 80th pitch for Milan. Popped up and out of play. That one misses for a ball. Fouled off. Hit hard out to third. Jarema across. And the out is recorded. Babson gets a pair of runners on, but they don't score. They're stranded at second and third. Misericordia will bat in the top of the sixth inning. They hold a 5-1 lead here in the championship game of the NCAA Mid-Atlantic Regional.
I'm a Division III student athlete, and I know how powerful words can be. The term gay doesn't mean stupid, lame, or less than.
So I pledge to speak up if I hear the term gay used in a derogatory way or any other homophobic terms.
If you can play in Division III.
I'm a Division III student athlete, and my teammates unconditionally accepted me as part of their family. So now I pledge to do the same for others. If you can play in Division III.
Weisenzi will lead things off here in the top of the 6th for Misericordia. Down low for ball 2. Swinging a slow, soft foul ground ball. Foul tip into the glove. It'll be strike 3. Connor Gill picks up his 3rd strikeout of the game. 1 down. Santo Ginta will step in. Takes strike 1. Down low for a ball. Popped up. Foul. That's low. Runs the count full. Gill against Ginta. Up high for ball 4. And Ginta aboard with a 1-out walk. Connor Smith 0 for 2 in this one. Want to know the count on Smith. Ginta running at first. The pitch almost hits Smith. The throw trickles past into center field. And here goes Ginta into third. So the pitch is a ball. And there'll be a throwing error on Aiden Scott that allows Ginta to move to third after stealing second. The ball got slowed down by both middle infielders as it trickled through, and then that just allowed it to roll slowly enough that Ginta was going to easily take third before the center fielder could get out there, and a squeeze play. The only play is over to first. Smith is retired, but Ginta comes in, and that'll make it 6-1. Misericordia now leads by 5. Sean Lyons takes a strike. Strike 2, 0-2. Swung on and chopped foul. Lions lifts that one foul. And into the stands down the right side. That's hit hard out to the shortstop, McHale. Moves to his left and throws over to first for the out. Misericordia adds a single run, and they now lead 6-1 against Babson here in York, Pennsylvania, the NCAA Mid-Atlantic Regional. Edward Lair 0 for 2 today. He's struck out twice. He'll lead off in the bottom of the sixth for Babson. 85 pitches for Milan entering this inning. No action that I can see anyway down in the Misericordia bullpen. Not the best line of sight from this spot down to there, but no one appears to be warming up. There's a ground ball through the right side of the infield. Lair aboard. His second hit of the regional, first today. Ryan Arena will come up. He had a 3-run home run in the first game today. He's hitting .333 in the regional. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Lifts one high in the air to the outfield. Lions towards left center. Comes in a couple of steps and catches it. One down. Runner on first. Mark Weber's 0 for 2 today in this game. He's hitting .200 during the regional. Lair, the runner on first. Ground ball single through the right side for Lair to lead off the inning. That's on the inside corner for a strike. Chopped back past Milan. The throw over by Boylan safe. That's going to be an infield single. Milan's follow-through carries him to the first base side of the mound. That one got hit to the third base side of the mound, over the top of the mound, but Milan couldn't change directions quite fast enough to knock that one down or stop it. And no chance for Boylan. The mound slowed it down. Had Milan been able to field it or just knock it down and pick it up, probably an out at first, but instead we have runners on first and second here. One down. Valente 1 for 2 in this one. 176 during the regional. Fouled back. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss. That one was down and in. Valente went after it and came up empty. The wind right now blowing towards right field. That one's fouled back. Pitch from Milan. Chopped to third base. Jarema comes in, throws to second. The slide takes out the second baseman, Ayarado. And they're going to award the double play to Misericordia. Lair's slide took out Ayarado. He hopped around a little bit, not happy. Excuse me, that would have been the slide of Weber. He's not happy with Weber. And now the Babson coach is out to talk about it. As they're saying, the slide took out the defense, so they'll award that double play. Took out Ayarado with the slide, so they award that double play to Misericordia, and that ends the inning. It'll be 6-1 when we head to the bottom half of the sixth. Excuse me, the top half of the sixth, or top of the seventh. Misericordia will bat 6-1. Kenny Jarema will bat with one out. Here in the top half of the seventh, Boylan popped up to lead off the inning, took the first pitch and popped it up to first base. That one's inside on Jarema. Jarema 0 for 2 in this one, 227 during the regional. Upstairs for a ball, ball one. That's high and tight, and that'll be a walk. That'll be it for Connor Gill. We'll have a pitching change. We'll be back after a short break. Parker Abate will bat, and he'll face William Gallagher. Gallagher has pitched an inning total over 2 appearances here in the regional. He's got an ERA of 9. He's allowed 2 hits and struck out 1. Throws over to first. That one gets away and down into second. Moves the runner. Jarema at second. Abate at the plate. That's down low. Three and one the count on Abate. Swung on and hit hard through the left side of the infield. Line drive, first and third now for Misericordia with one away. Holzefeld will bat. He's 2 for 3 in this one. Average for the regional up to 333. He's driven in 9 at the regional. Runner on first goes. Pitch low and inside. Can't even make a throw as Abate picks up another stolen base. He stole 4 in the opener today. Low and away. Holzefeld with 3 RBIs in this one. That's low and away. It gets behind Scott. Underhand throw to Gallagher. And Jarema will score on the wild pitch with Abate moving over to third. Gallagher making his 13th appearance. Entering this one, he had a 2.63 earned run average. A 2-0 record. 15 Ks and just 2 walks in 13 2/3. That's hit in the air, out to left center field. Racing back to the track, it lands in between the 2 outfielders. And that'll add a double and a run to Misericordia. Abate comes in, the 4th RBI of the day for Holzefeld. And it's 8-1 Cougars, 8-1. And it looks like that'll be it for Gallagher. And we'll have a new pitcher for Babson when we return. Runner on second, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. The Cougars, the 5th seed, leading 2nd-seeded Babson, 8-1 here in the championship game of the NCAA Mid-Atlantic Regional. Max Tannenbaum will pitch now for Babson. He'll face Alec Iorado, and Tannenbaum's first pitch goes to the backstop, so Holzefeld will move up 90 feet. Misericordia has never advanced to the College World Series. Neither has Babson. So regardless of the winner, should Babson hold on, or if Misericordia should hold on, or if Babson can come back, it will be the first appearance in the College World Series for either of these teams. Misericordia, I believe this is their second regional final all time. Ground ball to short. McHale across. The run comes home. So Iorado picks up his second RBI of the day. He's 1 for 4. Holzefeld comes home. And now it's 9-1. Steve Weisensee batting with 2 outs and no one on. That one misses. 2-0 now the count. Strike one now on Weisensee. Weisensee 1 for 3 in this one. 214 for the regional. Ground ball out to second. Lair with it. Over to first. That's the third out. But it's a 3-run top of the 7th inning for Babson. 3-run top of the 7th inning for Misericordia. They extend their lead. It's now 9-1. Cougars leading the Beavers from Babson. Babson bats in the bottom half of the 7th. It's stretch time. We'll be back at the Mid-Atlantic Regional from Peoples Bank Park. Zarowski, number 25, Dan Zarowski is on now. He finished the first game today, pitched 3 innings. He's back for this one. Pitch the 7th, 8th, and 9th came in after Babson scored 5 runs before Misericordia recorded an out in the 7th inning of the first game. He came on, stopped the bleeding, and then pitched 2 more scoreless innings for the 3-inning save. And he may do the same with this one if he pitches 3 innings. Save rule, if you pitch 3 innings in relief, you get a save, regardless of the score. That one's out wide for a ball. That's up in the air, out to Abate in center field, and he puts it away for the first out here in the bottom half of the 7th. Brings up Jake Olliger. Strike 1 on the first pitch from Zarowski. Ground ball out to shortstop. Boylan in the hole across. Nice throw and a nice stretch by Holzefeld on the throw to make sure they get Olliger. 2 up, 2 down. Aiden Scott will come to bat. Oh for 1 today. Scott was also hit by a pitch today, so he has been on base. There's strike 2. 1 and 2 the count. That one just misses. 2 and 2 now the count. Zarowski way outside. Scott slides into the left-handed batter's box. Right down the middle for strike 3. I think Scott might have thought it was a little bit low. He has a word for the home plate umpire, but he's rung up on strikes. That'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Zarowski in the 7th. Misericordia coming to bat in the top of the 8th. They lead Babson 9-1 in the championship game here of the NCAA Mid-Atlantic Regional here in York, Pennsylvania. Santo Ginta will lead it off for Misericordia. Top of the 8th inning. Misericordia leads 9-1 over Babson. This is the final game of the NCAA Mid-Atlantic Regionals, so should Misericordia hold on, they will be the champion and head to Appleton, Wisconsin for the Division III College World Series. If Babson pulls off the comeback in their next two at-bats, they will head to Appleton to represent the Mid-Atlantic region. Ginta today 0 for 2. He's struck out twice. He's also walked and stolen a base today. Count right now 3-1, 3-2 after he takes that strike on the inside corner. Drew Patillo is the new pitcher this inning for Babson. Patillo has pitched a scoreless inning and a third here at the regional. And he issues a lead-off walk to Ginta. Connor Smith is 0 for 2 today in the second game. He's got an RBI. That one out wide. Patillo, his 13th appearance. He's 3-0, 13 and a third innings, just 8 hits allowed, 0.67 ERA, 13 strikeouts. That swung on and it hit through the hole on the right side. Moving up to second, Ginta, first and second now for Sean Lyons. Strike one. Ground ball out to second base, misplayed by Lair. And they don't get anyone out. There'll be an error on Edward Lair. And the bases will be loaded for Misericordia. Sean Boylan, the shortstop, will bat. Boylan is 1 for 2 in this one. 300 now for the regional. Big day for Boylan. Had a couple of hits, a couple of RBIs in the first game today. That one hits Boylan, and that'll make it 10-1. The bases loaded, hit by pitch. Kenny Jarema, he'll be the hitter. 0 for 2 in this one. But he's walked twice and scored both times he's been on. Swing and a miss at that one. Chased one high. That one's outside and high. Ball 1-1-2. Low and away for a ball. Bases loaded. Nobody out here in the top of the 8th. 1 run already in for Misericordia, and that one is popped up. Drifting back is his second baseman, Larry. He's called off by Weber, the right fielder. About 5 steps off the infield. Too shallow for any of the runners to think about moving. And Parker Abate will come up with 1 out. There's a ground ball out to short. Some sort of brace came off of Abate, and he gets thrown out at first. Good play by Valente. The throw pulled him off the bag, and he got the tag on. But another run comes in. It'll be 11-1 as Smith scores on the RBI ground out by Abate. I'll bring up Tyler Holzefeld. Holzefeld, big day for him today between both games. He's hitting .360 now in this tournament with 10 runs batted in. Lifts that one in the air to right field. Weber drifts back, takes a couple of steps to his left, puts it away to retire the side. But 2 more come home for Misericordia. The 4th straight inning they've scored at least 1 run. And they now lead 11-1 as Babson comes to bat in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Here at Peoples Bank Park, home of the 2018 NCAA Mid-Atlantic Regional.
This is our It's On Us pledge. It's on us to make a personal commitment to help keep all people safe from sexual assault, regardless of race, gender, sexual orientation, or ability.
Not to be bystanders to the problem, but to be leaders of the solution. We invite you to join us in this campaign by informing your campuses about the It's On Us mission. David Lennon will lead things off here for Babson. Bottom half of the 8th inning. Couple of substitutions defensively for Misericordia. Dalton Emmerich comes in left field. And at second base, Chad Bell will come in and replace Iorado. Emmerich replaces Sean Lyons, as Lennon is retired on a 5-3 putout to start the bottom of the 8th. Babson needs to get going here. They've got 5 outs left. They need 10 runs. They don't have to get them all this inning. They just need to get a few, cut into it, get within arm's reach.
That's low and away for a ball. That's lifted to the outfield. The right fielder, Wisensee, puts that away in right center field for the second out. Edward Lair steps in. He's 1 for 3, struck out in his other 2 at-bats. Misericordia's path in this regional. They're the 5 seed. Their first game, they beat the 4 seed, Virginia Wesleyan, 4-1. Then they played top-seeded Rowan and sent Rowan to the other side of the bracket, handing the Profs their first loss. This one is popped up. Bell puts it away, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. As Brian McHale flied out to right field. And so 3 up and 3 down in the bottom half of the 8th. Misericordia comes to bat in the 9th. They lead 11-1 here in the championship game at the Mid-Atlantic Regional. Chad Bell will lead off here in the top of the 9th for Misericordia. His first at-bat, defensive replacement. He came in for Iarato defensively in the bottom of the 8th. Ground ball out to third base. Lennon over with it. First out. We've got a pinch hitter here, Shane Hughes. He'll bat for Steve Wisensee. Wisensee was 1 for 4. And as we hit the 9th inning here of the final game, a lot of people made this tournament possible this weekend. The weather made it a little tougher than maybe planned. But we'd first off like to thank everybody here at the York Revolution, the grounds crew, the game ops staff. Great job by all of them putting on a great event. So that ball carries into the outfield there, and Hughes is retired. Lair puts it away. He was out in right center field to grab that one. And another pinch hitter. Cole Bixler, he's seen some action previously here in the regional. He's pinch hitting. The Grounds crew and the rest of the staff here at the York Revolution doing a great job keeping this place running during some challenging weather the first couple of days, and now getting a couple of nice days here. Must seem easy the last couple of days almost for all of us. Other people we want to thank, the NCAA rep Paul Murphy, kept things running smoothly as well. Tournament director Ken Andrews, media coordinator Jonathan Hauer, Maurice Stroman, the tournament manager offsite. Those three are the staff of the Middle Atlantic Conference, the hosts of this event. Bixler's ground ball out to third base, fielded on a nice diving play by Lennon, and he throws across for the out. So it's 3 up and 3 down for Misericordia. Babson's last chance. They trail 11-1 as we head to the bottom half of the ninth.
Something I discovered in myself is that if I have a goal, then I can accomplish it.
It's a well-rounded experience.
At a Division III school, you primarily a student athlete, so the school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual.
It helps a lot that you have a family with your team that can guide you.
Back here now for the bottom half of the ninth inning. Arena leading off for Babson. Babson trails by 10 here. Zarowski will stay in his third inning of relief. Started some thank yous to everyone working this tournament in the top half of the inning. Continue those. Stephanie Johnson and Megan Tustin, our tournament managers. The staff from Lebanon Valley College, Mike Freeman and Tom Klemick, who've helped with this video stream. Tom even spent his 25th birthday with us, the 6th time he's turned 25. Matt Hagee has been the photographer all weekend and done the post-game interviews. Great job by him. James Wagner did some of the broadcasting, along with myself and Zach Freeman. Don't call him Kevin. And other staff here, Matt Milich has helped out with various tasks all throughout the tournament as Arena rips a single there through the left side. And Duncan Andrews, Haley Andrews, and Sophia Steinmeier have served as ball retrieval people. Sports medicine staff from Alvernia have been on site all weekend, helping to assist the sports medicine staffs traveling with the teams. Among others from Alvernia, Megan Haas and Brianna Wagner. That one's popped up. At shortstop, Boylan puts it away for the second out. Also like to thank all the umpires in the tournament. Dan Miller, Marty Hassenfuss, Bill Rush, Paul Thompson, Tom Gandolfo, Ron Black, Jason McDermott, and Roger Wolf. Great job by the 8 of them. They were selected based on their performance this year, so an achievement for them to get here. So 1 out, Arena's on first. Matthew Valente at the plate. He swings and a chopper out to third base, over to second. They get the lead runner. Jerema to Bell. Nice play by Jerema, sprinting across the infield. The excitement starting to build for Misericordia and their fans. They are 1 out away from advancing to Appleton. Zarowski against Eric John. Zarowski's pitch outside. Swung on and fouled back. This is the 8th straight regional for Misericordia, but they've had yet to break through, and they are just one out away from doing so. Head coach Paul Egbert won his 400th game this year. That one's fouled back. We'll repeat the 1-2 pitch. And Coach Egbert searching for his first trip to the College World Series. And his Cougars are on the verge as the 5 seed of outlasting the other 7 teams. The champions of the MAC Freedom. And there's a hard ground ball out to shortstop. Boylan Fields throws to second to Bell. Zarowski heaves his glove in the air. Misericordia is the 2018 NCAA Mid-Atlantic Regional Champions. They will head to Appleton, Wisconsin. They defeat Babson 11-1. In addition to congratulations to Misericordia, fantastic season by Babson. They came into the day undefeated, and Misericordia, everything worked out for Misericordia today, and everything had for Babson all weekend, but they ran out of bullets today, and Misericordia beats them twice to go to the College World Series. So congratulations to them and all of the teams that competed here this week. As we get ready for the award ceremony, we'll run through some of the numbers from this one. Milan will get the win. 6 innings. He gave up just 1 run on 5 hits and a walk. He struck out 3. Threw a wild pitch, hit a batter. And then Zarowski came on and pitched 3 innings of 1-hit relief to close the door, pitching the final 3 innings. He'll pick up the save. At the plate, Holzefeld, 3 for 5 with 4 runs batted in. He scores twice. Abate scored twice. Jerema walked twice and scored twice. Ginta scored twice. Holzefeld, the only player on the team with more than 1 hit. He doubled twice among those 3 hits. Abate stole a base after stealing 4 in today's first game. Also, with hits, Abate, Iorato, Wisensee, Smith, and Boylan. On the other side of the ledger, 6 different players had hits for the Beavers. No one with more than 1. Valente scored the only run. Oliger drove him in. On the mound for Babson, Connor Gill will take the loss. 6 1/3 innings, 5 earned runs, 5 hits, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts. He was followed by Gallagher, Tannenbaum, Patillo, and Cuneo. So once again, we're awaiting the award ceremony here as Misericordia has defeated Babson for a second time today, and they are the 2018 Mid-Atlantic Region champions. They join Concordia Chicago, Randolph-Macon, Oswego State, Texas Lutheran, Swarthmore, and Wooster. 7 of the 8 spots have been locked up. The 8th spot will go to UT Tyler or Rhodes. They're playing right now in the if necessary game in the Central Region. The other 7 regions now have been locked up. They're announcing down on the field the all-tournament team. A pitcher from Arcadia, Joe Bartoni. Union infielder Jack Cook. Rowan infielder Sean Lyden. Rowan pitcher Drew Ryback. Virginia Wesleyan infielder Brady Fallon. Virginia Wesleyan outfielder Randy Neese. Babson outfielder and designated hitter Ryan Arena. Infielder and pitcher Connor Gill from Batson. Babson infielder Brian McHale. From Misericordia, Parker Abate. Misericordia infielder Tyler Holzefeld. Infielder from Misericordia, Alec Ayarato. Misericordia pitcher Drake Cuck. And Misericordia pitcher Kyle Milan. And also Dan Zarowski, who picked up 2 saves today. The members in attendance here from Misericordia and Babson posing for a picture. The name cards from the manual scoreboard have been pulled down and brought to the field. A lot of teams, as they've gone home from the tournament, have taken their name card and posed for team photos in front of them. So those are being handed to representatives from the 2 schools. And the Misericordia University Cougars being announced now as the champions. The members are coming forward to get their individual awards. Dalton Emmerich, number 1. Number 2, Connor Smith. Chad Bell, number 3, an infielder. Number 6, Kenny Jarema. Parker Abate. Great tournament by Abate, a member of the all-tournament team. Ayarato, also on the all-tournament team. Sean Boylan fielded the ground ball for the final out. Number 12, Ian McCole. Kyle Milan got the start in this one. He gets his trophy. Number 14, Sean Lyons. Cole Bixler. Steve Wisensee out in right field. Elliott Ford picked up a start here in the tournament. Shane Hughes got a pinch hit today. Billy Kerwin appeared yesterday. Kyle Rogalski saw some time in relief. Zach Mason also in relief, a couple of appearances for him. Santo Ginta, the designated hitter, had 4 doubles here in the tournament. Dan Zarowski, of course, with the 2 saves today, 6 innings of relief. Taylor Price pitched in relief. Tom Jacob. Tyler Holzefeld. Great games for him today. Joe Lucio. James McGaldy. And Drake Cuck gets his award last because he is the most outstanding player. Great effort by him to open this tournament, keep them in the winner's bracket. Another strong start today in today's first game to force the if necessary. And so one final congratulations to them. Misericordia, the 2018 NCAA Mid-Atlantic Regional Champions. And that's all we've got from York. Thank you for tuning in, and good luck to Misericordia in Appleton.